It's Mary. Thanks for stopping by. This is Seer's channel. I sure appreciate you. This is your weekly tarot for October 24th through the 31st. The spooky 31st. So I'm like, what are we going to do today? Because my energy changed so much from yesterday to today. It's mind-blowing. So, I was like, I've been creating stuff all day, making all kinds, because I'm getting ready for all these Christmas shows I'm going to do. And I'm really inspired today. Yesterday, not so much, you know. So I kind of tried to focus and meditate before, you know, turning on the camera. And so I got this, I was like, what should I talk to Gemini about? Had this card, it's Spark. And it's so cool. This is number 34. This is the enchanted map. Anyway, enchanted map. So Spark talks about, well, be creative. Let everybody see your creative spark. Isn't that so cool? And so I have to tell you, since I quit my job at UPS 5 months ago, I mean, I just kind of walked off a cliff. I said, I'm done. And I forgot how easy it was for me to create new relationships and friendships, and how much fun I am. I'm not all freaked out, stressed out about a job that doesn't value me, and that is very monotonous, and having to push a button to go to the bathroom and stuff like that. So I'm discovering this new side of me, and it's really fun. Anyway, just a little bit of inspiration if you're thinking about going on a new adventure or trying something new and talking with your hands a lot, that it's wide open for you. And there is great rewards. And, you know, you're a Gemini. You can pull it off. Oh, yes, you can. So I already shuffled these. So let's start. This is whatever we need to know. You can kind of put your thoughts out there, of course. So we have the Six of Swords. Let's go into something better, safer, happier. Love that. Next card is King of Cups. Well, King of Cups can represent an actual person or somebody embodying the energy of, a king, but the king of love. So somebody that embraces their emotions, but maybe holds back a little bit to make sure somebody that they may be dealing with is worthy, right? So that could be, it's a masculine energy. So let's just keep going. See where we go. So I have the Eight of Wands, and that's usually a forward movement. It could be a download, like a psychic download. It could be information. It could be somebody contacting you, email or text. But it's exciting and it's fast. Okay. Well, let's see if it's a King of Cups coming in fast. Now I have the Queen of Wands reversed. So when the Queen of Wands is reversed, she's somebody that doesn't have a whole lot of, doesn't feel real confident. Maybe like, am I good enough? Am I still pretty? Am I really doubting herself, And, well, she could be a lot of other negative things because we're dealing with fire now. Everybody can be bad, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that that's what's going on here, but what it feels like is maybe when we're not confident, we do things we wouldn't normally do, or when somebody else is, because this is fire. It could be a fire sign or somebody embodying that energy. But it also, sometimes when people aren't confident, they do things they wouldn't normally do, like, I don't know, date people they wouldn't normally date. Maybe think about the times that we were not totally confident that time isn't now, is it? No. But anyway, just thinking about the way that we compromise ourselves and settle for less than what we deserve. Wasn't so creative. Didn't think we could do it. Kind of like me when I worked in my last job, you compromise a little bit and it just kind of gets more and more. It's like when you grow. But when you're not growing, well, it's almost subtracting, right? Because it's hard to maintain an equilibrium. Then we have the Ten of Cups here, which is happiness and success, abundance. We got this family and a whole bunch of cups full of stuff. And so you get the home and the family and the kitty cat. And then we have the Six of Cups reversed, okay? So this is about nostalgia, about thinking, well, it's about nostalgia this way, but this way it's about, well, not the good nostalgia. So maybe the things that are still lingering from the past that may be kind of running us, or it could be somebody coming from the past that may affect us like in more negative way, that maybe trigger some of our actions or trauma, right? Slurp. Okay. So let's talk about the Six of Swords here. So we have the Eight of Cups. So we had to leave something that was not emotionally fulfilling to get to a better place, right? See that? Okay, let's do another one. And the Knight of Pentacles said that whatever we were doing at the time, we were not moving forward. Not only not moving forward, we were detracting, right? We were losing ground. It was flying out of our hand, evidently. So we started looking at this and we started seeing that what do we need to do to bring what we want, what we put out there, to get it back, to get, like, we're waiting on shore here and waiting for things to manifest, right? For our passion to come back to us, for our love to come back to us, for our ideas to come back to us. What do we need to do to get that going? Well, then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now the Queen of Pentacles is, well, she's just a really strong feminine energy. So she is, she could have her own business. She's a mom, she's a wife or not. She could be single or not. But she knows how to create things. She knows how to nurture things. And she's kind. So she's got the right touch, So we realize that maybe we got to do things different, become someone different, And we need to embody kind of this grounded energy instead of like a little fairy, a worried fairy, right? Anyway, we're just trying to put out fires more like. So then there's this King of Cups. So let's talk about this. Let's get more information about that King of Cups. So Page of Wands. So Page of Wands, like, this card reverse is like, I don't have inspiration for this, Maybe we didn't want to think about the King of Cups before. And this is a card of, well, not having justice. So let me keep going because there's a story here. Not quite sure what it is yet. Ace of Pentacles. Well, not moving forward in abundance, right? And then the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is about not seeing this divine love that's in front of us. Like overlooking it. Or maybe overlooking something else. But you know what's interesting about this is the King of Cups is upright. So it almost feels like there was someone around us that we overlooked. Somebody loving and balanced. So I'm going to continue and just see if we can get this to unfold itself, okay? All right, so we're talking about the Eight of Wands here. A High Priestess. So this to me is information psychically, you know, like intuition, through our intuition. Receiving information through our intuition. Okay. I just got it psychically through my intuition. Sorry, I'm on one today. So I think that this King of Cups, we saw somebody as a King of Cups, but this person wasn't inspired, wasn't fair, right? And we couldn't move forward in abundance with them, right? And because we didn't really see who they were, that the cup of love that was being offered maybe not, well, wasn't really a cup of love at all. It was maybe what we wanted to see. Ouch. That hurts, doesn't it? That kind of, see what you think about that. So, we realize, and you know what? It's like you received information that this was not what it seemed. Maybe we're missing something. And then this is Four of Swords reverse, says somebody had to get the heck out of Dodge because you had to get away from the situation. Because I think let me pull a couple more. Because the Emperor was this person was so toxic. Okay, so I don't know if you maybe realized that you had to run away, or get away as quick as you can, or get them out as quick as you can before all heck started. I mean, because you see, once the gig is up, people have nothing to lose anymore. And that's when things get dangerous, right? All right, so one more card on this one. Page of Pentacles reverse. So then it's like, to me this is saying we realize how low the energy is. I mean, it's a page energy, that's what I mean. And how it was petty, and the things were petty that were going on. Like it was about taking from you or getting one over on you in a real petty way. I mean, these two represent the same situation. It's interesting, right? One is this person that may have at one time been an emperor, maybe not, can also become so low, you know? That's what was mind-blowing, right? Okay. So then, it's understandable how one would lose their confidence and not feel so attractive, but that's what that is about doing. That's what that kind of energy, it's like they suck everything out of you. It's supposed to do that. It's designed to do that. They set it up that way. They're like energy vampires. You can let me know what you think about that, but it's kind of going in that direction. So, gosh. Don't want to be the fool. This is the Fool reversed. Don't want to be the fool, right? How do I not? Am I the fool here? And then we have the Two of Wands. Wow, I made a terrible choice. How did I make this choice? You know, you're thinking to yourself, right, Gemini? Nine of Wands. Is this something I can even defend? It's something you can defend. You have to run. I mean, you have to just get it away from you, not run away. But because of this card, and when it's a masculine, and if you're the feminine, there's a safety issue involved here. I'm sorry, there is, especially if they're showing arrogance and all this, and you get to the point where they're not telling the truth, and you get the truth may cause. There's some stuff that might happen. I mean, it's like it gets down to the wire where it's about safety. So then we have the Knight of Swords, and that's when somebody has to come in quick and slap. Knight of Swords reverse is taking swift action to me. It's like getting in there and just get that movement. The Knight of Swords, I believe, is the fastest Knight. So you got to come in there and clean that up as quick as you can before it gets worse, before the arguments get worse. Because this is the Knight that comes in and creates the chaos when it's reversed. With lies, with all, whatever. So in this way, not being able to defend it, you create enough chaos to get it moving. Okay. And then you get to breathe, right? So review. Okay, so now we're at the Ten of Cups. So once you cleared that energy, was it peaceful? Did you feel like you're in a happy place once you were safe? You get the whole process of the separation or whatever done? Because, like, there's a card, this Four of Swords reversed. It had to have been done. There was no choice, right? I mean, when you got the download of what was really going on, what this person really was, there was really no choice. For some reason, it was set up that way. So let's talk about the Ten of Cups now that we have a place of peace. That's when we get to integrate the lesson, right? The Hermit is about integrating the lesson to really look at what happened and maybe how this was like the major the one that hurt so much. You realize how much the other relationships, what they had in common, right? But this one was so big that it just couldn't be denied. Couldn't be denied our part in it. Okay, that's part of learning and so Five of Swords reversed. Now this could be major thoughts and stuff like this, but based on this to me is it's a battle. It's a battle and of egos. Okay, now say, well, I didn't have the ego. Well, I said that for a while, but maybe on the reflection we can see where we played in it too. That we didn't take the actions. But we missed some stuff, you see. Because we were doing our automatic behavior also. And that's what's really important, to own our own shadow side. That's it. It's our own duplicity. So, identifying it, embracing it, and go, oh, there you are again when it starts acting up. You know what I mean? Like the naughty child, but we're paying attention, right? Five of Swords is somebody wants to win just for ego's sake. But what happens when you're around the energy, you become that energy, and that is what happens. So, once you realize it, if you don't make the change, then you become it. Because it's just, you absorb it. You've already absorbed so much of it, right? So we have the Four of Pentacles next. So, realizing that it's important to build our own foundation. It's important to build your own life. It's important to maybe think about protecting yourself more. And not only that, this one recently has been telling me that it's important to realize how precious you are and how you shouldn't be giving your power away. And how maybe you didn't realize you were giving it away. Yeah. Wow, right? Eight of Swords reverse says, okay, I'm not going to be stuck in my head anymore. I'm going to try to see things as quickly as I can, as clear as I can, because maybe there's more at stake here than I thought. Because what if that went sideways, right? I'm not saying doom and gloom. I'm saying, well, maybe it was never going to go that way, but there's things that we were overlooking, having somebody so close to us. Yeah, it's like, looking back and going, well, I'm glad it didn't go sideways, but maybe I wasn't at my station, right? Love coffee. Anyway, so now we have the Six of Cups. What was it from my past that allowed me to overlook that allowed me to engage in this? Well, something that crashed and burned when we were kids, right? Something about our own foundation that was destroyed. Interesting. And look at that. The sun popping up in the middle just says, I think you got it. You successfully identified something here. Successfully. And you can walk in the sun. That part of it, I think once we can identify stuff, then it changes our vibration. It changes our feeling helpless, right? It's a victory. Victory, sun. Okay? Bottom energy. 3 of Cups reversed. That's about overindulgence, alcoholism, third parties. Let's put an end to that, right? Let's put an end to that. Let's pay attention and put an end to that and be able to identify that crap. And identify our own behavior when we're feeling like we're going to slip back and start allowing stuff and overlooking stuff. Have the Lovers. What is it about the Lovers that trigger us? Because everybody's getting triggered. It's not just us, it's the other party too. What is it about that? King of Wands. What is it that triggers the abuse, the infidelity, the lack of feeling inspired, the lack of feeling beautiful anymore after we get in a relationship? What did we set up? It's not just this person, it's us. It's our parents, it's society, it's, heck, commercials probably. You know, it's a lot of things. Yeah. Making the wrong choice in love, but we're supposed to love. So looking at that as a weakness is really contradictory, isn't it? There's something more here. And Gemini, you're the people to figure it out because, man, we like to figure stuff out. So, interesting. Now what we're going to do, see, now we got the spark, right? We got the spark. How are we going to figure that out, right? Well, everything is so multi-layered. It's not always the answers, it's the questions. Yeah, questions need to be asked. Why, lady, why? Well, if we ask the questions, then we're starting to look for the answers. Because of all the layers and everything, it's not a simple answer, is it? So we're going to ask our angels and ancestors if they can give us a little clue here. 22 minutes. If I could shuffle. That was quite a cool story. What if everybody actually thought this and tried to figure it out? I mean, most people, even non-Geminis, what if by looking at how bad the relationships and a lot of different things have been lately causes people just to look at things to where they take ownership? Wouldn't that change everything? Oracle. Wait for important information. Pretty cool, huh? So, the question's out there. Now we get to wait for the new downloads, right? We have Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. What is it you know? Medicine Mother talks about connecting with ourselves, actually. Our inner knowing, our higher selves. Oracle talks about, well, there were actually oracles too. Wait for important information. That we are the vessels. We are the divine. Also with the divine, but we are divine. High Priestess. Harness mystic power. And we'll do one more. Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. So, there's been a lot of energies that they come and go, and they're spiking up and down. I don't know how sensitive you are, Gemini, but this Gemini right here is wow. So I get a lot of that circular thinking, that old thinking, right? When I allow myself to worry about money, or worry about this, worry about that, or and then a couple times I reached to spirit. I reached to my inner knowing, my higher power. And I've been getting this. This has been for a few months. So, Mary, what do you know? So, Gemini, what do you know? Who are you? I'm A, B, and C. What do you know? What do you know? I know you're divine. I know you're loved. I know you're being divinely guided. I know you're here. And we're a tribe, okay? I know that we've never been alone. We just felt like it because we weren't connected to that part of ourselves. You see how that brings you back to a grounded place? What do you know that's going on? I know that everything that's happening, there's a bigger picture. That I know that it's not, personally, I know that this is not my only life. This is not my only existence. I know that. I don't care what anybody thinks, but I know that. So that alone can bring you back to a place. So it's a grounding, right? So then you really do know what you know, and you can cut through the worry and the kind of programming, okay? You can let me know what you do and others, and put them in the comments, because it always helps everyone. So Medicine Mother is honor your inner knowing and connect to that part of yourself that, see, that's the thing, we've been disconnected from our mind, brain, and, our, like, soul. We've been hurt, so we take that part and we throw it away, that's hurt. Or we let it be over here, and then it does things. It does things that it was programmed not to pay attention to. And that's how we allow stuff. And so this is bringing all those shattered pieces back to us, because all those are precious parts of ourselves. And Oracle, wait for the important information. Every moment, every day, especially now, we're getting more and more information. Spark. Do not forget that you are the divine spark. We are the divine spark. Okay? And let it flow through you. When you do art or you do anything creative, it flows through you. It creates itself. It's amazing. And if you like to write or anything, it takes practice. But it's like those things we do every day for ourselves. It's time. We did things to bring us joy. The High Priestess, harness your own mystical power. Showing up. If you show up and you're here, you're in the moment, okay? And that's what coming back to who you are. Who am I? What do I know? Being in the moment. That's where you manifest. You can create, okay? Medicine Guardian. This is where you create your health too. By being balanced, stable emotionally, mind, body, spirit, soul, all of that. You create health in yourself. And by living the life, balanced life, and feeling better, people are going, hey, I thought Gemini was just like, here's talking about Mary. Everybody that I quit my job, they're really mad at me. They feel like I betrayed them. And I was like, wow. You guys knew I didn't like my job. If I would have told people, they would have gossiped all over. So I couldn't tell anybody. It's just the way it is, So it wasn't about them. It was about me. But I understand and I forgive them. No big deal. Maybe we can be friends again someday, But I'm leading by example. I just happen to be me. And I'm bumping into walls too. Let's do it together. Love you guys. Let me know what you think. Take care. Oh, happy Halloween. Don't get too spooked out there. Or maybe you should.